So let's start. Hello everyone and a very good afternoon to all of you joining us from different parts of the world. A warm welcome to all our respected authors and the invited guests. So you are now attending technical session 6E. My name is Yashita and I'll be your moderator for this session. I'm truly delighted to be here with all of you and looking forward to a very smooth, engaging, and a knowledge-packed session together. So on the behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 10th International Conference on Information and Communication Technology for Competitive Strategies, ICTCS 2025. So this year is a very important year for us. It is the 10th edition of ICTCS and it is being conducted in a hybrid mode. So the physical conference was successfully held yesterday in Jaipur, and today and tomorrow, which are 16th and 17th, we are connecting virtually. So wherever you are joining us from today, thank you for being part of this special edition. And let's make the most out of this digital space together. So we have an excellent lineup of presentations scheduled for this session, covering diverse ideas, research, and various innovative approaches. So I'm sure you'll find today's discussion very informative and engaging. So even in an online setting, I hope that the exchange of ideas and perspectives will bring life to this session. So before starting the session, I will give a quick overview of how the today's session will run. So we will have 10 presentations scheduled in this session. Each presenter will be given 10 minutes for their presentation and followed by 2 to 3 minutes of question and answers by the session chair. So at the 9 or 10 minute mark, I'll give a gentle reminder so that the presenters will be able to manage their time and the session will be on the track. So we kindly request all the participants to stay connected with us until the closing remarks. So your presence and engagement will add Before we begin with the paper presentations, it is my pleasure to introduce the session chair for this session, Dr. R.K. Taylor. Dr. R.K. Taylor is director at Chhatrapati Shahu Institute of Business Education and Research, Maharashtra, India, with over 16 years of teaching and research experience. A renowned expert in robotic process automation and accounting, he has authored more than 50 books in the field of commerce, management, and technology. So he also holds over 10 national and international patents related to the application and adoption of RPA across various business and commercial sectors. So, sir, we are honored to have you with us today. So, we would like to invite you to share some welcome remarks. So, I think sir is not here in the meeting yet. So, let's start with our presentations. So our first presenter is Arya Bafna with their work titled An Empirical Analysis of Sudoku Solving Algorithms, Comparative Study of Backtracking and Dancing Links Times New Roman. So Arya, are you there? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can share your screen and start presenting.
Yeah, just a second. Uh, can you see my screen?
Yes. No, actually, it's
Uh,
not.
is not visible? Is it visible now? Okay, can you see it now? Hello.
Yes, Arya, your screen is visible. Can you make it in the presentation mode?
Yeah. Okay, so hi, I'm Aya Bhavna. I'm from Cummins College, Pune, and I'm doing second year from Cummins College and in computer science field. My topic is an empirical analysis of Sudoku solving algorithms, which, as the name suggests, is about a Sudoku which is solved by two different methods. So we all know what Sudoku is, right? You've solved it in newspapers, clippings, or to pass free time. So just a brief avenue about Sudoku. It like here I've taken a Sudoku of 9 by 9 grid, which is like the basic normal Sudoku solver. And we have few rules according to the to solve the Sudoku. It should be like in a 3 by 3 grid, there should be only one digit from 1 to 9. And then in one row, it can be horizontal or vertical, but it should only have one digit per row or column in one cell. So basically, to perform this algorithm, obtain the solution for the desired Sudoku, we I have used two methods to see which one's better and why is it better. So firstly, I've used backtracking algorithm, which is like a basic structure or basic code to which you we all use. So what basically happens is this approach is when you take a cell, say you have a Sudoku and it finds an empty cell. Okay. Now what it'll do is it'll put all the digits from 1 to 9. Okay. And after it puts the digits, say 1, and it checks all the constraints. If it's actually fitting all the constraints, like it's filling the cell, then it's only the digit present in the row and in the column and in the 3 by 3 box. Then it'll move ahead to the next empty cell and it travels from left cell to right cell. So once it completes one cell, it goes to next empty cell and does the same thing. Now imagine it reaches one place and then it's a dead end. Like you cannot put any digit in it because it's violating a constraint. Then it'll go back to the previous cell and it'll be like, it'll send a message that I cannot move forward. Can you check your digit? So now, suppose in that cell you can actually set three digits and it had randomly choose one digit. Okay, so it'll choose another digit and say, can you do it now? And if it still cannot, and the next cell still cannot process a digit because of some violation constraint, they'll say, no, I cannot. And similarly, if none of those digits fit in the previous cell, it'll keep backtracking it to the previous cells which you have filled. I have used a 2D integer array in this, and time retrieval is constant itself. But the thing is, it takes a lot of time to check and keep going back again and again if one of the constraints is not filled. So here I've used another method called dancing links, which was actually found by Donald Kronos in algorithm X statement, which used. So dancing links, as the name suggests, basically it covers and uncovers. Now, what is cover and uncover? So what in the previous algorithm, what we did was went to each and every empty cell, checked the digit if it's matching or not, and moved forward. Now here, it already like before actually starting to solve the problem, it creates another matrix of 324 columns and 729 rows. Now why? Because this is a method where you solve by extract cover problem. Basically, it takes Sudoku as a mathematical problem and converts it into constraints and possible solutions. So now row is represented as possibilities. So for 9 columns, 9 rows, so 81 cells, and for each column, you can have digits from 1 to 9. So like that, you have 729 possibilities for each cell. And similarly, how many constraints? So there are four constraints. Like I said in Sudoku, to solve Sudoku, we have four constraints and 81 cells. So that way it makes 324 columns of constraints. So now what happens is when you start, the dancing links goes to the first empty cell. Okay, now it inputs a value and they are linked in a circular linked list. Okay, doubly linked list. So once it goes to the first empty cell, it puts one of the digits and then uncovers the links, basically covers the links which are connecting to the same constraint. Like once you go to the first column of first of Sudoku and you put 4 in it, okay? Now you know in the same row, you cannot put another 4, right? So disconnect the pointer which is connected to 4 for another empty cell. And similarly, in the same column, you cannot put 4. So again, we'll remove the pointer for the 4 in the given empty cell in that same column. And similarly, in the same box of 3 by 3. So this way, once it goes forward, now how does it go forward? It checks like the one with minimum constraints. Like suppose you go to the next empty cell and there the possibility is only 5 because half of the 3 by 3 is filled and a column and row and there's only one digit that is left which is 5. And it reduces that the only digit left there is 5. Rest all are not linked to each other. Hence, it goes to the next empty cell, which has less possibilities of making a random guess. Like one cell might have an option, like you can put 3, 4, and 5, which is fine. It is at the moment completing all the constraints. But later, it may not, because at the end, you'll only need one value for one cell. Hence, it analyzes one of the cells which have least possibilities of making a guess and goes to it and then solves it. It is hence, yeah, here I've used sparse metrics just for the uncover and cover method. It is basically how the links are connected to each other, and tortoidal links, which is basically a circular doubly linked list which connects up, down, right, left. Um, how is this effective is because, okay, let's imagine you are in a hallway and you open a door, okay? Now you go ahead, you have another two doors, you open another door and you go ahead. And you keep going till you get to a dead end or you reach your prize, okay? So now imagine you reach dead end. What will you do? You will go back and see if you can go to the other door and check if there you have the present or is that a dead end too. And you keep doing that till the time you reach price or any door that leads to the price. But that's like very time taking because you have to visit every door to actually find out where the price is. What Dancing Link does is once you enter a room, it marks that all the possibilities connecting to the room, like say there are multiple doors connecting to that. So it removes all those doors that, dude, you don't have to visit here because it's a dead end. And then remaining doors that you can visit are left open. Similarly, you keep going, and as you move on, it covers the doors which are linking to the dead end. But if you
Arya,
enter,
quick reminder, you have 2 minutes left.
okay. So anyway, so the answering link, hence what I've done here is generated a puzzle and given it two ways to solve the same method, same Sudoku in two ways, and measured the time I'm taking and how much uh, in nanoseconds how much time is both of them are giving me. Here I've observed that dancing link is much more efficient than backtracking in level of hard and difficult expert. And apparently it is 97.76% better than normal backtracking average methods. Hence, I used, but then it's only about expert and hard level. But in basic levels, backtracking is a easier way or is faster than expert because it has less number of cells, empty cells. Like level, I've decided level according to the empty cells. And it goes on the level of cells which are empty goes on increasing as you go to the higher levels. Hence, it is easier to solve for easy levels with backtracking, whereas it is difficult to solve the same with hard levels with backtracking. But with dancing links, it is easier to solve all the levels with constant time, which is actually less compared to previous uh, basic backtracking method. Hence, for the conclusion, dancing link is like outperforms backtracking and in difficulty level and expert levels, whereas it is less time consuming and I won't say it is easier to code, but it is theoretically efficient. And for future works, I'm thinking of using arc consistency instead to compare dancing link and arc consistency and which one is better. Because this one was just about 9 by 9 matrix Sudoku grid, and we can go ahead and do the same for 257 by 25 by 25 grid or any higher Sudoku grids. That's all.
Okay, Arya, thank you so much. RK sir, do you have any
Yeah.
questions regarding
Am I
this?
audible to you?
Yes, yes, now you're
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
much audible.
Perfectly. Arya, there's a one question which I would like to ask to you that you have chosen the good topic, let's say, for example, but how it will help to the researchers in this area?
Right. So, dancing, like I've used Sudoku solving to demonstrate how dancing link can be more efficient compared to whatever, like in daily basis, in normal codes to backtrack, we use backtracking, right? Because it is easier to code. Whereas if we start using dancing links for complex math problems instead of backtracking, it would actually save the time and that actually is being used right now. Because backtracking is like it takes a lot of possibilities and goes to all possibilities and then comes back with the answer. Whereas dancing links, what it does is it optimizes your work. Basically, it eliminates and gives you answers. So
Okay,
in
fine.
complex math problems, back dancing would be a better option compared to backtracking method.
Okay, Arya, thank you so much. No more questions.
Thank you.
Okay, so up next we have Nandini Singh presenting her research paper titled Bamboo
Dynamics.
Trade Dynamics, a hybrid ARIMA LSTM forecasting approach for India's export-import trends. So Nandini, are you here?
Yeah, I'm
Are you
here.
ready? Yeah, so present your screen and begin with the presentation.
Nandini, again, I'm telling you, please be brief on your objectives, methodology, and your discussions, right?
Okay, sir.
Yes, you have 10 minutes with you. Wrap it up in 10 minutes. Please.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, to the respected panel members and everyone present here. I'm Nandini Singh from Christ University. I'm currently in my final year of master's pursuing MSc Statistics. And this study basically focuses on understanding India's bamboo trade performance and improving forecast accuracy using a hybrid econometric and machine learning approach. So, bamboo is often referred to as green gold due to its rapid growth, high biomass yield, and also its climate adaptability. It plays a critical role in carbon sequestration and soil stabilization and biodiversity conservation. So, economically, bamboo supports livelihood across agriculture, construction, manufacturing, and services. In India, basically, bamboo has been traditionally used for basket, mats, furniture, and poles, while modern applications include engineering, timber, flooring, wall panels, textile, bioenergy, and even some broad crash barriers. So basically, in short, India has a strong natural advantage of 136 bamboo species across 13.96 million hectares, yet it remains under integrated in global bamboo trade. So, despite these abundant resources, India bamboo sector was constrained due to its policy barriers. Earlier, bamboo was classified as a tree under Indian Forest Act 1927, which is restricting its transit and trade. A major shift occurred in 2017 when bamboo grow on non-forest land was declassified as tree, removing transit restrictions. This was followed by the relaunch of the National Bamboo Mission in 2018 and 19, focusing on value chain development, entrepreneurship, and market creation. These policy changes motivated the study to quantitatively examine how Indian bamboo trade has evolved post 2017 and how future trends can be forecasted more effectively. So, the study framework of this research is to investigate evolving bamboo trade in India and also to introduce hybrid ARIMA LSTM forecasting models, which caters to all the things that can be done. And also, it marks shift from purely statistical and qualitative studies. So, existing literature broadly covers three dimensions. First is the socio-economic, which studies the highlight of bamboo's role in rural employment and livelihood. Second is the ecological and policy studies, which emphasizes on bamboo's importance in climate resilience and green value chain. Third is the trade focused studies, which point out to India's low diversification, limited value addition, and regulatory bottleneck. From a methodological perspective, recent studies show that hybrid and machine learning models outperform traditional methods in economic forecasting. However, there is a research gap, that is limited quantitative forecasting studies on India bamboo trade after the 2017 policy reforms, especially using advanced hybrid model. So this study basically addresses this gap. So the objective of the proposed model is to enhance the precision of bamboo trade forecast by combining linear and non-linear modeling strength. This method follows a structured workflow. First, an ARIMA model is fitted using 80% training data to capture linear trend and seasonality. Second, residuals from ARIMA, which contain non-linear pattern, are extracted. Third, these residuals are normalized and structured into lagged sequences. Fourth, an LSTM model is trained to learn long-term non-linear dependencies. Finally, ARIMA forecast and LSTM residuals forecasts are combined to generate the final hybrid forecast. So this data set consists of monthly export and import values of India bamboo trade from April 2017 to May 2025-26 measured in INR. ARIMA parameters PDQ were selected using ADF test and autocorrelation analysis. The LSTM model operates only on ARIMA residuals, focusing on non-linear corrections. The expected outcome is a robust forecasting framework that integrates both linear and non-linear dynamics, providing actionable insights for trade and policy stakeholders. This slide summarizes the overall trade performance. Export shows a steady and sustained increase over the study period, while import remains relatively stable, resulting in a persistent trade surplus. The forecast results indicate continued export and growth through 2030, as shown in ARIMA forecast. Export and import models were trained independently, with deeper focus on export due to their strong trend behavior. These results suggest that India is gradually strengthening its position in global bamboo markets. To analyze this long-term behavior, a 2-year moving average was applied to export data, which smoothens short-term fluctuations. The smoothened series clearly reveals a consistent upward trajectory. Additionally, a linear regression trend line confirms that export growth is statistically significant. Despite its inner annual variability, the long-run term trend remains positive, which is a good thing, validating the strong growth potential of India's bamboo export sector. This linear trend also provides a reliable baseline for forecasting. The LSTM model that is used here is specifically designed to capture the non-linear dependencies and address the vanishing gradient problems common in time series data. By integrating LSTM with ARIMA, The hybrid framework captures both linear structure and also its non-linear complexity. Independent training of model ensures diversity, which is essential for accuracy. The study also recommends extending this approach using ensemble learning methods such as weighted averaging or stacking to further reduce volatility. Okay, so to specify numbers clearly of the model validation shows strong predictive performance. The refined ARIMA model with drift achieved a MAPE of 3.58, which indicates high forecasting accuracy. The Thiel's U statistics of 0.88, which confirms that the model outperforms a naive benchmark. The ACF value is minus 0.12, which suggests negligible autocorrelation and forecast errors, indicating model adequacy. Overall, the model effectively captures the temporal dynamics of bamboo trade data. So, despite strong performance, the study has a few limitations. Only April-May data is available for 2025-2026, limiting full year validation. Trend data is aggregated with no product level disaggregation. Additionally, macroeconomic variables such as exchange rates and global demand shock were not included because of the limitation of data availability. These provide scope for future extension. So, to conclude, this study develops a hybrid ARIMA LSTM forecasting framework for India's bamboo trade from the year 2017 to 2025 2026 after the policy implication. The results show steady export growth, stable imports, and a consistent trade surplus. The hybrid model outperforms standalone ARIMA by capturing non-linear trade dynamics. The findings reinforce bamboo role as a sustainable economic driver within India's bioeconomic and export strategy. So these are all the references that were used. And also from a policy perspective, the results suggest that prioritizing value-added bamboo products such as furniture, engineering, panels, and biopackaging, establishing export clusters in bamboo-rich states aligned with ODOP and Made in India can enhance competitiveness. Initialization of data-driven forecasting tools within ministries and state bamboo boards can improve planning and resilience. Future research may incorporate product-level data, price dynamics, and also macroeconomic variables. That was it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you
Okay,
so
so
much, Nandini. Your paper was really good. Just I want to ask with you on about the Prisma model you have taken. Okay, so what are the criteria of selecting a particular this bamboo you have selected in a particular region?
No, sir, this data is all over India, like the entire India data, not of a particular region. But most of the data was taken from Northeast, and that is the highest production of bamboo has been done there.
Okay, and any specific outcome for your that particular analysis, which could
Uh,
help the researchers for?
Sorry, sir, I didn't get your question.
Means you did analysis, right?
Yeah.
Any specific observation which you have with your research, which could help the future researchers?
Sir, to help the future researchers, first of all, the main goal was of this presentation to tell that bamboo can be used in very way as India is the gold mine of bamboo thing. And also the effectiveness of hybrid of ARIMA LSTM framework, it enables us to improve forecast accuracy by correcting ARIMA's residual errors.
Okay, fine.
Right.
Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Yashita, you can
okay,
handle.
thank you, Nandini, for sharing. Yes. So up next we have Mrs. Ruby S. Chandra, who will be presenting two research papers. The first one is detection of click fraud in online advertisement using machine learning. And the second one is optimizing neuromarketing for enhanced consumer persuasion. So,
Okay.
Ruby, ma'am, you can start the presentation.
Oh, thank you, Yashita.
Yes.
Can I share my screen?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, ma'am,
please.
you can share.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, visible.
Okay. Thank you. My first paper is Detection of Click Fraud in Online Advertising. I'm Dr. Ruby Chanda. I am a professor with the Symbiosis Institute of Management Studies. And I am happy to share that this is one of the projects of my student who's not able to present. So I am presenting on his behalf because he's already passed out from the institute. So this was the project where he used the machine learning to combat digital ad frauds. To start with, what are digital ad frauds that we see every day? And click fraud, which is, you wrongly you can click or somebody clicks and give the wrong impression to the marketers that this advertisement or this particular thread is being used, or you are liking, or you are using the information. And generally, this click fraud or fake clicks, they are nowadays happening through bots, click farms, and malicious competitors. So earlier they used to be detected easily by IP filtering, rule-based system, and statistical analysis, but which was again a struggle to adapt to evolving fraud tactics like IP rotation and spoofing, which has been happening a lot. Projected losses exceeds almost $100 billion annually, and the number is rising. So how do we do it? The performance of advertising, generally all the marketers, they wish to know. And by and large, we are seeing that digital media, digital advertising is something every marketer is now invested in. So if we wish to know the performance of advertisements, this click fraud actually distorts it all. Marketers get confused, and there are heavy financial losses because you don't know how much we are wasting on this digital ads, which generally are supposedly being liked, right? But because of this click fraud, we don't know, and we spend a lot. So wasted ad spend with minimal ROI, as fraudulent click actually drains the budget without generating real engagement. So numbers are always fake. Distorted metrics, which are inflated, and they create false performance indicators leading to misguided strategic decisions. And it also questions the campaign integrity. Compromising the targeting and bidding strategies result from unreliable data, which prevents the effective optimization. Now, if we look at the market impact analysis, global ad revenue growth, which is projected, to grow to $715 billion in 2025. It is actually being, looked at fraud prevention, which should be done, but it's not happening, and it is becoming more and more critical. So fraud distribution, how bad it is becoming across the sectors. BFSI sector, you see, retail, e-commerce, IT, telecom sectors, they are having the highest exposure to this fraud. And there is an estimate of 33.1 billion fraud detection market, which is emerging. Now, if you look at this graph, right? So advertising revenues are increasing, but profitability is not increasing in the same way. Now, fraud detection methods are always there. Marketers are using, like traditional approaches were rule-based filtering, IP blacklisting, hard-coded thresholds, right? And it was statistical analysis some marketers were involved in, like behavioral anomaly detection, examining CTR, and CTR is click-through rate and session duration, which was effective, but it requires lot of manual invasion, which is practically not possible. Now, machine learning era is here. We know the data driven adaptive solutions are being used, right? Neural networks are there. Gradient boosting is there for real time pattern recognition. Similarly, deep learning, blockchain integration, it also provides transparency, tamper proof records, and sophisticated fraud detection capabilities. Now, our research methodology was mixed method, where we combined quantitative and analysis of millions of click records from talking data, ad tracking data set with qualitative insights from digital advertising professionals. So clickstream data, which included IP addresses, device type, timestamps, and locations. Industry surveys were there, fraud prevalence, which was detected. Detection methods were ML adoption attitude. Privacy compliances were also taken care of. GDPR compliant data, anonymization, and pre-processing. So this was something which we did. And along with that, industry survey insights were used, wherein ML support was found to be 70%, rule-based system, which was still being used, and around 55% of the people still relied on this method. 75% view click fraud as significant threat to advertising effectiveness. 75% is quite a high percentage. So survey respondents, they actually were executives, campaign managers, data analysts, and marketers across North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. They represented the organizations of all sizes with varying experiences. And, they had their own digital advertising experiences at each level. So machine learning model performance, which was being tested, showed logistic regression. Accuracy was 82% with F1 score of 65. Random forest method was one more, which was showing the accuracy of 90%. F1 score was also high. Then we had gradient boosting, which was having the accuracy of 93%. F1 score was slightly lower. Neural network was also one method which was having the accuracy, which was 95, which was so far the highest, but F1 score was little low. So this method was showing the highest performance modeling, non-linear interactions, but computationally it was intensive. So how did we employ? So the phase one was deploying the ML tool, right? Implement the random forest and neural network with cloud edge computing for real-time detection. So marketing teams need to be trained on this for model utilization. Phase two was advanced AI platform, which built the deep learning infrastructure with predictive analysis, which is being used mostly. Standardized procedures and leverages shared data set for collaboration. And third was blockchain integration, which deployed blockchain for transparency and tamper-proof auditing. The results were good. Key takeaways were the ML model shows superior detection. Business impact was good. It improved ROI and maintained campaign integrity through accurate KPI assessment and dynamic optimization. And also the industry adoption. Most of the professionals across the industries are now looking at ML adoption. Success requires ongoing model training at all the levels, privacy compliances which have to be followed, excuse me, and cross-platform collaborations. So machine learning, it provides a proactive data-driven approach to combat the increasing sophistication, to check the click fraud tactics, building trust and resilience throughout the digital advertising ecosystem. These are few of the references which was, referred to while we collected the data on different platforms. So this is about the paper. I invite the chairperson and the other present
Thank you.
people.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ruby. Really nice presentation. And I would say it's a good topic which you have selected for your research.
Thank you, sir.
I just have one query. You have taken about the mixed method approach, right?
Right.
Right. So, can you please explain how you have gathered the data for the primary study?
Sir, it was mostly on the interview basis. We selected, the professionals from different industry verticals. Around 10 people were interviewed. They were mostly employed in the digital marketing verticals. And we actually shared with them what we had got from the secondary data and confirmed. It was more of a triangulation method.
Okay.
So data was reconfirmed, and then we went ahead with our quantitative analysis.
Any pre-testing you have applied on that?
Yeah, actually, it was from the 2 or 3 companies which we got the inputs from for pre-testing, where we could see that click fraud was actually giving them wrong metrics regarding the advertising campaigns, which they thought are quite successful. But when they looked at the market, the result was not accordingly. So actually, that gave us an idea to take up this topic and go ahead with this.
Okay, done. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So I'll stop sharing this one,
Yeah,
and
please.
I would like to share the second one. Just
Okay.
give me a moment. Hmm. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Yeah, the second topic is actually regarding the neuromarketing. That is optimizing neuromarketing for enhanced consumer persuasion. Uh, you must have heard about the sensory branding, right? So, how neuroscience and marketing converge to unlock unconscious consumer behavior in the beverage industries. This was one of the topic of my scholar. So, neuromarketing generally understands the cognitive, affective, and sensory process, which is there in consumer behavior, and it measures the emotional reactions that drive the purchasing decision. This interdisciplinary field actually uses advanced technologies to capture real time brain responses to marketing stimuli, revealing certain insights which are otherwise impossible to obtain through self reporting. When we try to conduct survey, what are the responses of the customers generally are not always the final responses or their true responses. They might say something, but what actually they are feeling might not be coordinated with that. So different neuromarketing tools are being used nowadays. Very first is the metabolic activity tool, where MRI and PET scans are used, where you measure the blood flow and the metabolic changes in the brain. Then we have the electrical activity tools, which is EEG, MEG, and TMS track, which sends the electrical signals and neural responses. And third one is behavioral tracking. To tell you, we have our own behavioral lab in Symbiosis, where we have installed the eye tracking thing. So when we conduct some research and we try to have our respondents in that behavioral lab, and through eye tracking, we come to know how they are responding actually. And sometimes there are other tools also in the behavioral tracking, like facial coding, skin conductance monitor, physical responses. But I have had the personal experience with eye tracking thing. Now, industry application, in fact, as old as Coca-Cola was using fMRI to understand brand preferences and emotional connections. It revealed how brand loyalty activates reward center in the brain. In fact, Coca-Cola has in the past conducted few experiments wherein they were showing, the pop-ups of the Coke ad during the screening of their pictures. So people, how much they notice it, how much they react to it, gave them the idea to have fMRI to understand the recognition and the preference, and how they try to connect. Similarly, looking at that, market leader PepsiCo also employed EEG to optimize advertisement effectiveness, measuring attention and emotional arousal during the commercial. And as we are aware of this brand, Red Bull, which is actually using eye tracking to enhance the packaging design, identifying which visual elements actually capture more attention of the customers. So the power of sensory marketing is not new, it is being used, but the tools are becoming more sophisticated every time. Research reveals that sensory experiences like taste, smell, and visual appeal significantly influence consumer preferences and loyalty. These elements activate emotional centers in the brain, which create the lasting impressions. And it also enables brand to optimize these sensory touch points So all the marketers, they are trying to enhance these touch point engagement. Enhancing the engagement and purchase intent is something which cannot be done by the traditional marketing techniques and traditional research methods. So here we conducted a research wherein we use the primary data. We examined how packaging, advertising, and sensory cues impact customer behavior in beverages. Survey and questionnaire, was implemented. 300 participants across this given age group. They were being questioned, and they gave us the responses accordingly, because the product which we were doing it for, it was again the product which people do not generally openly talk about, right? But they are always attracted to it, they use it, they buy it, but they don't discuss it. So regression and descriptive statistics was combined with the thematic analysis of qualitative response, because we had conducted again the interview of few of the people at different level, which were into the advertisement of this beverage industry. Like different brands were there. Largely we focused on Nasik and Nagpur and Aurangabad. Ethical compliance was followed, where the informed consent was obtained before we went ahead with the questions. Data anonymization was kept, because people were little apprehensive when we talked about this particular product, and participants' privacy was maintained throughout. If we look at the statistical results, one-way ANOVA test was used. It rejects the null hypothesis, confirming the neuromarketing technique significantly enhance consumer persuasion. Sensory market validation agreement score of 2.72 shows reasonable consensus that sensory elements significantly influence purchase decision. Awareness gap was also identified with the mean familiarity score of 1.56, which indicates that low to moderate awareness of neuromarketing principles among consumers was prevailing, which suggested untapped potential is there. So marketers should use it, right? And here comes the high point. We talked about the machine learning integration in understanding the neuromarketing. So AI-driven neuromarketing models were there, which were enabling the real-time analysis of neurological and behavioral data at unprecedented scale. Machine learning algorithms, they predict the consumer response more accurately. This integration allows beverage companies to develop highly personalized marketing strategies. As the consumption is very much varied, right? So individual customer preferences and emotional responses were really helpful when you are using AI-driven tools. So as I told you earlier, we maintained the ethical, uh, considerations, and there were some challenges, like people were not very much open in talking about the product and the trigger. Accessibility barrier was there. High cost and technological requirement is there when we want to have the AI tools implemented here. So companies are usually not ready to put this much of effort. But when you show them the revenue, when you show them the customized strategies and how it is going to result, they are a little bit hesitant but ready to try. Risk of exploiting subconscious response requires strict ethical guidelines. So when we are saying that we are using AI, they start feeling that manipulations are there. So we need to tell them, no, there are no manipulations. Only we are coming up with few, triggers and tricks, which actually would result the way they wanted subconsciously, but they are not saying. So, but again, there is one more challenge, that the person who's implementing this should be able to understand how to read the data. And if you misread that brain and psychological data, it can lead to incorrect conclusion and the behavior analysis. So in general, neuromarketing is there in practice in many industries across, but implementing it in beverage industry is something which is of first type and first time anyone is thinking about. And if used properly, it can give the desired results. So, emotional connection, like I told you, it is in the form of sensory experience. Brand loyalty and brand engagement becomes better. So, it promises to revolutionize the beverage marketing by providing the insights into consumer behavior, because it becomes very, very tricky because, as we all know, beverages cannot be advertised as such. Excuse me. Companies use surrogate ads. So if it is more customized, more focused, you need not to go through, advertising for masses. It can be focused advertising, focused communication, and customers can be much more benefited, and marketers definitely would be at advantage. These are few of the references, and I would like to ask the forum if there are any doubts, any questions. I'm ready to answer.
Yeah, Dr. Ruby, it was really nice presentation. Again, the topic was really relevant for the present scenario. There are two questions I have. You're talking about ethical considerations.
Yes, sir.
And when we are dealing with ethical considerations, we need to just evaluate the behavior of the respondents specifically.
Right.
So in your paper, I have observed that the responses are of different quality because you have used the same methodology. How you have categorized your respondent in the ethical part?
Sir, actually, when we approached, the respondents, they were from beverage industry, few of the people who were working in there. And then through them, we asked, or rather it was kind of, purposive sampling where we reached out to the customers and we approached them. We had their consent before going ahead with the questions and interviews. We promised them, or we, asked, showed them that the data which they are sharing will not be used other than the academic purposes. And as the companies were different, there were 3, 4 companies which were taken into consideration for qualitative, but for quantitative, we used only the customers. So we had declared before proceeding for the responses that this particular, if they are ready to share the information will be kept confidential. But most of the customers were actually the customers of beverage industry. So we
Yeah,
have not shared the data as such, and we have kept the anonymity of the customers.
no, that's okay. Agree with you. But let's say when we are talking about ethical consideration, there are
Yeah.
some policies which we need to follow. So do you
Yeah,
have
we
any
have
written?
we have SIU is having their ethical committee in place. So
Okay,
we need to, follow the guideline and get the certification from the ethical committee, wherein consent to publish, consent to inform, consent to participate forms are there, which we get filled accordingly. And once it is clear, then only we proceed.
okay, fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yashida,
sir.
next
Yes,
presenter.
thank you so much, Ruby ma'am. Those are really interesting topics of presentation.
Thank you.
Okay, so next we have Meghna Deshpande to present her work titled Development of Real-Time Person Identification Using SVM and ResNet 50 Algorithm. So Meghna ma'am, are you there in the meeting?
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Yes, you can share the screen and begin with the presentation. You'll be
yes,
having 10 minutes with you.
yes,
Please
ma'am.
wrap it up within 10 minutes.
Yes, it's visible, ma'am.
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, I'm Meghna Deshpande from PS Modern College of Engineering from the Department of Electronics and Telecommunication with my co-authors presenting development of real-time person identification using SVM and ResNet 50 algorithm in the 10th International Conference of Information and Communication Technology for Competitive Strategies. So here, what is the person? Why we need to do for person identification? For safety. Safety is a major concern in our everyday life. The security, it's nothing but the security system which is need to be cover various areas like college premises, society, official areas, hospitals. So this is major challenge in the information system era. So we have tried to solve this problem. So what are the objectives? To detect the face of any particular person, to classify the face of person, to identify person for authorization and give authorized entry. So here we have done the literature survey, which is divided into two categories. We have done the implementation of this algorithm on hardware also. So here the survey is divided into hardware and software part. So various types of papers we have done used for survey. So methodology we have used is real-time database collection for pre-processing, face detection using HOG plus SVM, and feature extraction, face recognition using CNN Resonate 50 algorithm for person identification, and checking daily log of the particular person. So here these are the system specification. We have used Intel Core i5 system for training purposes, which consists of 8 GB RAM, 64-bit of operating system, 5-volt 2 ampere of adapter. And here hardware implementation is done on NVIDIA Maxwell GPU, 128-core quad-core ARM Cortex processor. And we have used a web camera which covers the range to 20 to 25 meters. So this is the training process. So database we have used over here, and this database we have given to the HOG algorithm where feature extraction is done, and further these features are given to the machine learning algorithm, that is SVM, and then those results of SVM given to the CNN for exact person identification. So this is the validation process. Here we have given the input of webcam. The real-time picture of face is captured using webcam, and that output is given to the GPU, where that all algorithms are. We have done age deployment of all algorithms on Jetson Nano, and the results we are getting over there. So this is the hardware we have used, Jetson Nano. So why we need hardware? We have to go for making a standalone system. So for that, what we need a hardware. So we have gone with the Jetson Nano. So here it supports webcam. It supports 60 ROPS, the 921 megahertz frequency is there. 64-bit memory interface is there. This USB cam we have interfaced with the Jetson Nano, and the results are monitored on this monitor. So this is the software design. We have initialized the database, and it is given to the HOG and SVM algorithm, and after that these results are given to the CNN. And here this is the training part we have done, and these trained weights we have given for the validation part, where we have captured the real faces, and then we have identified that person. And when the person is identified, then only authorized entry is given to that particular person. So first we have used HOG algorithm for feature extraction. So you can able to see this is a particular face of the person where we have taken the different 62 types of features from the face, the eyes, the nose area, lip area, the cheeks area, the forehead area. So 62 type of features we have taken from all the face part. Then these features are provided to the SVM algorithm. So this is the binary classifier where we are getting the features that we have taken from the person face only. So here the face is of human. For that we are going with the SVM algorithm. So SVM identified object detection, that is the face is of human. Then once human is captured, once we are knowing the face is human, that given to the CNN algorithm. So CNN algorithm is here here CNN algorithm is doing exact identification of faces from our databases. So here ResNet 50 architecture we have used in CNN algorithm. So this is this ResNet 50 architecture consists of a 50 layer convolutional network. The max pool layer is there, and the function we have used, that is the ReLU function we have used in this, that is optimizing function. So results we got from this is once we turned on web camera, this will identify the faces of the persons and will give the authorized entry. So result you can able to see here, the real time frame is captured with rate of here FPS, and here the face is how many faces are there in a single frame, that is also detected, and the name of that person is also detected. Then only authorized entry is given. Here you can able to see daily log checker. So using this you can able to find out here exact entries, what is the time of entry of that person, that also we can able to see. So this system is a powerful tool, can be used in variety of places where the face authorization entry based on face authorization is required. So these are the applications. So if you want to, if we need to extend this topic, this is the future scope. So these are the few references we have gone through. Thank you.
Thank you, Meghaji. Uh,
Thank you, sir.
I have just one query in the whole of your paper. You have taken the
Yes,
face recognition, especially you are working on that.
yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so how can I recognize the face? Let's say, for example, there are some models you have developed through deep learning. Okay,
Yes,
so,
yes.
have you pre-tested that?
Yes, sir. We have gone with the pre-testing using training of that. So we have taken the sample images of 2.5K images from our premises, college premises only, and then we have
Okay,
tested that. We have
okay,
trained
fine,
that
fine.
database. We have generated real-time database our own.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank
Yes, thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Meghna ma'am.
Thank you,
Uh,
sir.
so our next presenter is Ayush Arora with their paper titled Enhancing Cryptographic Security Mechanism Using Novel Aurora and Armstrong Series. So Ayush, are you ready with the presentation?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, you can begin.
Yeah. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayush Arora, and I'm from fourth year, Chitkara University, Chandigarh. Yeah, today I'm presenting my paper for enhancing cryptographic security mechanism using a novel Aurora and Armstrong series. Yeah. So with the rapid growth of digital communication, cryptography has become essential for securing sensitive data. So it's required to transform plain text into unreadable ciphertext, ensuring that our data is safe. And there are some traditional concepts like symmetric, asymmetric, and hash-based methods. So in this research, we have explored a new encrypting algorithm with a newly proposed Aurora series with combination of Armstrong numbers to enhance cryptographic security by applying multiple layer encryption. So the challenge is in the rapid growth of digital data demand, stronger cryptography technique is required. So we have proposed a solution that we can, in our method, we use a combination of Aurora and Armstrong series to implementing multi-layer encryption for both data and keys. So in this, data will be encrypted as well as keys are also encrypted. So its impact is significantly enhance the security, increase resistance to cryptanalysis, and provide a robust and scalable approach. So let's see what is Aurora series. So it is a special number in which each digit raised to the power of its position in the number, and the sum of these digits will be the original number itself. For example, we can see 153. So 1 raised to the power 1, 3 raised to the power 2, and 5 raised to the power 3. So if we add them, so it will again become 153 only. And from Armstrong numbers, also known as narcissistic numbers, in this every digit raised to the power to the total number of digits, and the sum of these values will be the same number. You can see the example of 153. Every digit is raised to the power of 3 because a 3-digit number, and we are getting 153. So in our approach, the encryption is like we are taking a plain text as input. A key will be selected, which will be a combination of Aurora and Armstrong number. Then the key will be encrypted with a secure hash value. And then with the encrypted key, we will be encrypting the text. And the process of encrypting key and text will be repeated to achieve multi-layer encryption. And with the result, we will get a ciphertext and an encrypted key. So to decrypt this, first we have to decrypt the key with the same hash, systematic generated hash, and then with the decrypted key, the text will be decrypted. And similarly, the decryption of the key and the ciphertext will be repeated the same number of times which was done in encryption. After this, it will be checked that the received decrypted key is a combination of both Armstrong and Aurora series. If that's true, then we will receive a decrypted text. If it's not, then no output will be coming. So the results for this approach are: we have achieved 100% successful encryption and decryption with no data loss. We have improved security enhancements. The generated ciphertext is more entropy and random. In performance, we have maintained low computational overhead, modern data size. As compared to RSA and hash, we are using less computational cost for this approach. So, for concluding, the Aurora series and Armstrong series enhances cryptographic strength. The multi-layer encryption provides increased security. So, the proposed method is reliable and effective for data protection. And in future scope, we can optimize it for larger scale data. We can integrate it with modern security systems or with real-time IoT security. For further, we can analyze for advanced cryptographic attacks. Here, these are some references we have taken.
Ayush, thank you for your presentation. There are two questions which I would like to ask to you. The
Yes, sir.
first, do you know how much type of cryptography method we have?
So there are multiple. So
Not multiple, my dear, not multiple. Specific. What? Give me the specific answer. How much, which we normally use for cryptography?
the symmetric, asymmetric, and hashing.
Okay, symmetric, asymmetric, and hashing. Okay, fine. So let's say I'm talking about asymmetric. Okay, how can I
Okay.
put my privacy issues over there?
So I didn't understand your question.
Asymmetric is a coding, like, right?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So if I want to just talk about the privacy coding and embedded in this uh, symmetric, what would be the process for this?
Uh, in asymmetric, we have a pair of keys, and
Yeah.
there are different keys for sending user and receiving user,
Yes.
and they have a public share key. So that if someone got that share key or one user's key, so they can be bugged or something like that
Okay, my dear. Okay.
in
Thank you so
asymmetric.
much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yashita, next, please.
Thank you.
Yes. So up next we have Vaishnavi Vadivelu who will present two of her research papers. So the first one is Green AI in Healthcare Systems Towards Sustainable, Secure and Ethical Applications. And the next one is Harnessing Big Data for Smart Tourism, Reviewing Opportunities, Challenges and Future Directions. So Vaishnavi, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. You can start with the presentation.
Yeah. Can I share my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good evening to one and all present here. I'm Vaishnavi from Department of Management Studies, Congo Engineering College, Tamil Nadu. And I'm happy to present my student article because they were not available on this day. So that's why I'm presenting contributing two research articles. Thank you. This article, which highly talks about the green AI in healthcare system. Nowadays, the healthcare industry is the one which has been highly booming, and also that is the one industry from the service industry are being much attention, and many researchers are being concentrating on. And this is healthcare industry is the one where I have done my PhD thesis also. And now we start
Vaishnavi, your voice is no,
the
you're not
scenarios are
audible.
being on because of the complete automation and other things. Lot of oh, sorry. Still, is it not audible?
No, it is. You can continue.
Vaishnavi, you're not audible to me.
Can you recheck your internet connection and get back?
Yashita, you can call next one.
Okay. So next presenter is Arvind G, who will be presenting their work titled as Modeling the Interdependencies of Sustainable E-commerce Adoption Drivers. So Arvind G, are you ready with the presentation? Mm,
Hello, ma'am.
wait, Arvind, 1 second. Vaishnavi,
Yeah. Am I audible now?
yes, you can
Yeah.
begin.
Sorry, little network issue here. That's why.
Okay, you can start, and you have 9 minutes left, so you can
Yeah.
go.
Okay. Uh, Artificial intelligence is the one which helps to diagnose and predict what is happening in the future, and also you can able to provide the exact data, and you can diagnose what is the issue in the patient. And this is the one tool which helps run continuously. So that's where more energy consumption is being very higher, and environment impact, and also privacy related issues and ethical related issues are being there. So that's where we move towards the green AI. So the green AI is the one thing which has been highly, the people have been started talking after the sustainable development goals. So how sustainably we are providing all these things so that the next generations people start using on it. And we have selected the research article from 2018 and until 2025, but we couldn't get the data for 18, 19 and 20, those period, and we looked after that, and we have done an basic literature review article here. And when we started focusing on green AI, we started looking at not only on a green AI, and also we started looking on other aspects also, ethical healthcare related aspects with the AI, and also we started looking on the uh, better versions of the AI, which helps us in the all the aspects. And also we have uh, these are the other things which talks on the healthcare related aspects. And come to our methodology, the systematic literature review has been done it over. We started looking from the 21 to 25, and we have looked with the specific specifically specifically on we have collected around 90 papers, and we start listed from the 83, and finally we have selected 73 papers, and we looked in the database like elsewhere Springer, IEEE, and other aspects. And we collected the articles based on the theme called sustainable AI, privacy, and other things also being included over along with the green AI. So this is the findings which we have come out of it, and in which we have classified the articles based on major six categories. The first one, which talks on year of publication. The most of the article is being published in the year of 23 and 24. Those period is being considered the highest publication, and the lot of people are being concentrated on green AI and AI aspects in the healthcare systems. And when it comes to the articles related to the country aspects, the classification, US and after that India related countries, the lots of articles has been published, and the peoples we started looking on it. Italy, or these are the countries where much on it, and it has been gradually decreases until Spain. The research on green AI related and AI related in healthcare has been done it on more, and after that it has been slightly reduced in the other countries. And then when it comes to the categorization in the publication and the publishers, elsewhere is the one where predominant research is being carried out, like journals like moving forward with AI tech innovations, AI collaboration framework journals, and computer and biology and medicines, informatics, journal of innovation. So these are the journals. More research related to green AI in the healthcare has been published over it, and also the uh, themes where the article has been highly classified. It is based on AI, sustainable healthcare and ethics. And also we looked into the carbon systematic reviews and green intelligence, security aspects. All these things have been given much idea how the green AI has been emerged over the AI in healthcare, and how the people have been taking it to the next level from the AI to the green AI. And the challenges we have listed here is based on five major classification. Technologically, still we all always have the energy consumption as the one biggest challenges, and along with that lack of standard matrices for using healthcare related aspects. So country wise, the healthcare related data have been customized, and it has been changing over. So we won't have a direct standard form. So that could be our biggest challenges when it comes to security and privacy aspects. Cyber attacks and misuse of the patient data are being there. So that's why lots of people are being hesitated to start using all automation aspects, and ethical related issues like algorithmic bias, lack of transparency, and all these things. Governments, when it talks about decentralized policies and slowdown in the adoption and the regulation aspects, when it comes to implementation, still it's in the primary stage. The many aspects of healthcare organizations are struggling because of the high cost and resistance from the healthcare professionals, because they are not moving towards the complete automations and the tools like big data, IoT, and AI related for their diagnosis and for the accuracy in their treatment aspects. So these are the challenges we looked on it, and futuristic aspects how we can take it. So this can be done it with the energy efficient AI, using green AI with the green hospital infrastructure. So where you try to reduce your uh, energy usage and continuous monitoring of all these aspects and security related. And fairness-driven AI will reduce bias in clinical decisions, and also real-time energy monitoring in hospitals using IoT along with the AI. So these are will more helpful on it, and scalable AI systems for the global health equity and resilience health programs. So I'll try to conclude that green AI is the one which taking the healthcare system and as well as healthcare organizations to the next level, where you can have the accurate analysis of the patient's data so that the treatments and everything, diagnosis and everything goes in a better way, and we can try to save many lives on it. So with that, I'll conclude, and thank you for your patience listening.
Yeah, thank you, Vaishnavi. No more questions, Yashita, from her because it is based on
Okay, you
bibliometric
can.
analysis.
Okay, so
Okay.
you can begin with the second paper, Vaishnavi.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Is it my screen is visible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. So this paper starts looking on the another aspect of the service industry, that is smart tourism. The people are being more towards the excitement and traveling thrill, and the one aspects are being highly boomed in the current changing scenarios. So that's where how big data will help you to enhance the smart tourism, and we have looked on the review aspects, and we have used these two papers as the base for our empirical research, which has been carried out in their final year project, and that's why we started looking on the literature aspects. So that's why both the papers are like literature review study. And smart tourism mostly on the mobile applications and the other things complete data. So they can book very easily from one location, and they can find nook and corner what is happening on the around the world, and even everything from their food and travel plan and everything is being completely designed in such a way from your small town to the biggest cities, and also from the biggest cities to the uh, small towns in any countries. So the smart tourism is start using IoT and AI related aspects, and big data is the one thing which highly required, and to predict and prefer what's their taste preferences and other aspects. And the big data will give you the real time data, how the experiences on it, and lot of things that people start recognizing and also believing on the uh, feedbacks and the data which is available, readily available in the online. And here also we have gone with the systematic literature review. Here they have taken the data from 2021 to 2025, and the sources like we have identified publishers like Springer, Elsevier, Emerald, IEEE, and relevant charges. So we started looking on the articles based on the smart tourism, big data in health tourism, and IoT in tourism, and AI in tourism. And also we looked into the peer review articles, and we have eliminated literature review articles and the other articles, and we have selected only the specific articles. And also 22 and 23 has the highest publications have been happened over, and the people started using big data, and much research has been happened in 22 and 23. And China has been highly published on to smart tourism related aspects, followed by Indonesia, Malaysia, and Spain. And a lot of articles has been looked on those countries, and lows on Australia, India, and Bangladesh. The other articles also been published, but we have selected only the specific articles, and we had the limitations of 50 to 60. And publishers like Emerald, the specific journal like sustainability and tourism journals, and Emerald Tourism Futures and Hospitality. And these are the one of the specific journals we want to show you, and where the publications are being happened over. And the contributions from the author perspectives, many people has been contributed and factors which they classified based on the technologies, data and analytics, smart destinations and hospitalities, and keyword classifications is done it with the major classification of uh, technology, data, digital, and experiences. And another is based on the supporting themes and other which is related to the innovation and tourism development. So the opportunities for the futuristic directions, we looked on the personalized service with the analytics, IoT for the mobility and the safety, and digital twin and the metaverse could be for the better experiences, and big data for the sustainable operations, and AI for the governance and planning. The challenges still we face it related to the reliable on the certain data and limitations of the real world testing, and fast technology changes also been one biggest challenges, and sometimes certain things will be outdated, and still the major issues when we were talking on all technological changes in the different industry, the privacy and ethical issue is the one biggest challenges predominantly in the all aspects, and lack of policy or some regulations over to carry out all these aspects. So those are the challenges when it we started talking on the futuristic, advanced digital tools and expansion of personalization and analytics, and changes related and study related to the cultural and behavioral aspects, and ethical and inclusive framework, and IoT and big
Vaishnavi,
data. More research will come on the conceptual aspects. Yes.
no, there was a issue with your voice. Now it is clear. You can continue.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm going to complete over it and more towards the sustainable development. With that, I'll conclude and thank you for your patience listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. This paper is also based on literature, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So,
sir.
so
Yes, sir.
no questions required. Yashita, go
Okay.
ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, so next we have Atharva G, which I've already announced, modeling interdependencies of sustainable e-commerce adoption drivers. So, Arvind, you can begin with a presentation, please. Arvind, are you ready?
Well, next, if not.
No, he's actually in the meeting and
Okay.
he's unmuted too.
Okay, fine, fine, fine.
Arvind, okay, I think we'll move on to the next. Okay, so next we have Narmada R, who will be presenting her research paper named Performance Evaluation of Freshness of the Fish. So, Narmada ma'am, are you ready with the presentation?
Yes,
Yes, you can begin. You can share the screen and begin.
yes, yes. Can I start?
Yes, you can start.
Yes. Good evening to all our present here. My title is Performance Evolution of Freshness of a Fish, and myself, Dr. Narmada, and the research associates Invakarnan, Kumar, and Kishore Kumar C. These are all the other authors of my paper, and we are from Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and the basic introduction about my paper. This is a development of an electronic device for fish freshness assessment. And the assessing fish freshness, it is a very crucial and ensuring food safety and quality. And the main objectives, we want to develop a electronic device and developing an accurate freshness assessment method and exploring it is that is the application is what interact is actually the fish freshness means the solution will be integrating the temperature pH and gas ammonia gas and also image sensor, and it is very crucial parameters for fish freshness because it is very sensitive to develop this model with the database analysis, and also it is going to give a predictive model access for fish freshness accurately. And it is a rigorous testing validity, and it is going to give a very high accuracy and also the reliability. And this project is a potential revolutionize seafood quality control, and also it is reduces the waste and it improve the consumer confidence in the seafood products. And this is the basic model how we are going to develop a smart device to analyze the fish freshness. And we are used ESP32 CAM module, and this is the module will integrate the Wi-Fi, traditional Bluetooth, and also this is going to take a low power BLE with a two high performance 32-bit LX6 CPUs, and we are used OV2640 camera module, and this is going to take the image processing and computer vision and the pre-processing which will be done with the help of this ESP32 CAM with the YOLO V2 algorithm, and the data augmentation which is going to give additional training samples by applying the transformation such as rotation, flipping, scaling, and cropping to the original image. And this is the algorithm with the help of this YOLO V2 based freshness detection. The step one, just we are going to take the image acquisition with the help of this ESP32 CAM model and the image resizing. And this image resizing with the help of this computable model with the YOLO V2 input requirements. And this will improve the processing speed during the real-time analysis. And the third step, just we are going to take the data augmentation. So the augmentation, the techniques which is going to take rotation, flipping, scaling, and cropping to increase the data set diversity. And the fourth step is color normalization. We have taken the RGB value with the lighting variations, and then just we have taken the noise reduction, and also the next step is image annotation. And the seventh step, just we have to take the data sets with the training and testing and validating the data. And we are going to take the overfitting avoidance also. And next, we are going to take the data formatting with the help of this pre-processing and annotations into the record YOLO V2 and the computable format and model training and evaluation done, and the final data set preparation with the real-time freshness monitoring. So this is the algorithm we have taken, and this is the model we have taken for this YOLO architecture improvements. And here you can say that the classification of this YOLO network with higher resolution is 608 into 608. That is the classification task, and with the help of this, we have taken the resolution of 448 cross 448 resolution. And in addition to that, the color future extraction, we have concentrated on mean, standard deviation, and also the texture analysis. We have used GLCM algorithm also. So the correlation and contrast control we have taken, and then we have taken the energy measurement, and then okay, we have taken the homogeneity. So in the homogeneity, we have concentrated contrast, correlation, and energy. With the help of this, okay, this we have calculated the mean and the deviation. This is the back end of this mathematical model. And the YOLO, okay, that's we have used the MATLAB quantitative evaluation method. This is going to project the detection accuracy, precision, and recall and intersection over union, that is the IOU. And here I have taken the formula to calculate the accuracy, precision, recall, and the intersection over union. And this is the sample fish. Actually, we have taken 50 model. Okay, that is 50 samples here we have taken. And this is the spoiled fish image. And based on that, we have applied our algorithm, and that is the deep learning framework of this MATLAB, and the implementation over the YOLO algorithm for this object detection. And based on that, we are going to take the parameters, color, texture, and the surface gloss in the fish samples. And the result, we have got 85% of detection accuracy and 90% accuracy in the categorization of the freshness level, and the freshness score, that is the F1 score, is greater than 0.7 we have got. And the real world application, definitely food safety inspection, and also the aquaculture and fisheries management, and it is also definitely will be helpful for consumer use also. So thank you so much. And now you can ask the queries.
Okay, thank you so much, Narmada ma'am. RK sir, do you have any questions? Okay, I think he doesn't have any questions. So, Arvind, okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, that's okay. I think your voice is not clearly coming to me.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir. In our college, there was an internet
Net
issue.
network issue, I think. Right, Yashida?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
So, do you have any questions regarding this paper?
No.
Okay. Okay,
Fine.
so next there is Arvind left. So, Arvind,
Yep.
can you please present your paper?
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
you are
audible.
audible. Your voice is echoing a little bit, so please resolve that and
Just a minute,
present your
ma'am. Just a
screen.
second.
Yes.
Now it's okay, ma'am?
Yes, you can present your screen, please.
Okay. I'll be presenting my screen, ma'am.
Yes.
Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is visible.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is visible. You can start.
Okay. So good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. This is me, Arvind, and from Amrita School of Business, Amrita Vishwavidyapita, Amravati, and today I'm going to present on the research paper of modeling the interdependence of sustainable e-commerce adoption drivers. And this is we have the introduction of e-commerce, how significantly it has improved the convenience, but also has created a impact on issues of having the carbon emissions and packaging waste, which says about the last mile delivery impacts also. And the sustainable e-commerce has tries to show the digital retail with the environmental responsible practices. And currently the Gen Z and the millennials people are the people who really care about the ethics and social responsibilities, but despite their awareness they have strongly given a attitude behavior which is not really acting towards it.
Arvind, I hope you please focus on your analysis and the research methodology.
Sure.
Please.
So in this, we have identified 11 enables, and the interdependence we have used as the ISM and the mix, and I'll be showing the uh, this one methodology is here that we have used the ISM ISSM, IRM, and FRM. So we says about the structural self-interaction matrix, initial reachability matrix, final reachability matrix, and it's also is a level positioning to the identify hierarchy. And micmac is used to clarify the drivers based on the driving and dependence powers. So in this, we have collected the data through online, WhatsApp forms and Instagram with 74 valid responses, balancing across the gender, income, education, and people who are using the e-commerce regularly. And next is the implications used in the theory and the practices. In theory, we have extended the UTAUT2 by positioning the usability as a foundation drivers. It expands the SDT by linking intrinsic motivations to the sustainable digital behavior, and also enriches the TCV by showing the interaction between the moral, emotional, and empathic values. So it also shows the attitude behavior gap between them structurally, sir. And now the is about the implications for the practices. It shows the firms that should first fix the UX and the payment simplicity with built ethical trust via the transparency, sustainability, and it's also used for the gamification and social proof. Improve it helps to improve the delivery and the written convenience. In short, can be says to it helps to make sustainability choices easy, credibility, and the rewarding. So these are the implications for the so. So, as coming to the conclusion, we say that the sustainability has driven a technology readiness, ethical trust, and the intrinsic motivations. So, it's given a it clearly says about the usability, trust, and the motivation, which finally gives the sustained behavior. So, it also adoption does not depends on the awareness, but on the reduction friction. Platform must integrate UX, transparent sustainability cues, and the motivation uh, reinforcements. And next is the references we have used.
Thank you, Arvind. Thank you so much. It's a very basic paper, and I wish in coming time you will improve your research as well. Thank you so much.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Yashita.
Okay, thank you, Arvind. So, with that, we come to the conclusion of the technical session 6E today. So, I would like to sincerely thank all our authors for their excellent presentations and meaningful contributions. So, all of your work truly reflects the spirit and quality of the ICTCS. And I would also like to thank all our participants for staying with us and making this session engaging and interactive. So, as this marks the 10th edition of ICTCS, we are deeply grateful for your continued support. So, not only this year, but throughout all previous editions, we look forward to welcoming you again for the 11th edition of ICTCS in 2026. So, a few important updates before we conclude. So, all presenters will receive their digital certificates within 2 working days through their emails, and the publication process will be completed within 7 to 8 months. So we kindly request everybody's cooperation with the ICTCS team during this period. And I would like to extend a very special thank you to our session chair, Dr. R.K. Taylor, for guiding today's session so gracefully and for sharing their valuable expertise. So there is So there is the certificate is a small token of appreciation on behalf of Team ICTCS and the Global Knowledge Research Foundation. So RK sir, do you want to make any closing remarks as you were not
Yeah.
present for the
Thank you.
opening
Thank you so much,
remarks?
Yashita.
Yes.
It was really wonderful experience again through ICTCS in this year. And the participant who have presented their papers was really insightful. Some participant means please take it appreciation that some participant needs to review on the methodology and their work profile. Like especially Arvind, you need to improve your
Yes.
methodology And ultimately, what happened that in coming time, if you are presenting in a good manner, maybe you can go for a good publication in a journal, right? So, with the help of the technology and the continuous activities done by ICTCS, I'm deeply enlightened and very happy that through this platform, each and everybody is getting opportunity for the publication and presenting their papers at worldwide. My wishes are always with the team and all the scholar who have presented their paper in spite of they're not well, their connectivity issue, but they try to maintain this theme. So thank you so much again, and especially to the organizers who have given me the responsibility to handle this session. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much for those remarks, sir. So before we officially conclude, I'll request everyone to please turn on their cameras so that we can capture this moment together. Yes, Nandini, RK sir, can you please turn on your camera?
I have turned on my camera.
Actually, it is not visible, but that's okay.
Just a minute, I'll check again.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
available
you're
now?
visible there. Yes,
Great.
yes, yes. So let's take a screenshot. Yes, that's it. So thank you so much, everyone, for your presence here. Take care, and we look forward to seeing you in the next session as well. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you
RK
so
sir, for
much.
being
Thank you.
present.
Thank you so
Yes.
much for this. Thank you. Yeah. Bye. Take care.
Uh,